And I hate to always ask about the environment because I know players are like, the environment helped. But I have to ask about it because I know that that environment must have been incredible as soon as you guys scored the first goal against Nashville. I mean, it must have been such a big help for you guys to get that second, that third, that fourth goal, for you to get that third goal in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the fans are always great at the Benz. To have, the top layer open as well, so 70,000 in attendance, it definitely gives us that extra motivation we need to, give it our all and, perform for those fans because they deserve it. They deserve a big win at home like that.
Yeah, it's pretty special to see results and performances like you put on at the weekend. You've got a big game coming up against Cincinnati, who are a very dangerous side. Obviously, we recognize how good they are at home. But this is going to be a big game for you guys also to be taken seriously as a potential candidate for MLS Cup. How do you approach this game going up against Cincinnati? Notice they've played a lot of games recently.
Yeah, I think we've gotten a little bit of confidence these last two games. I think we're going in, we're excited. The fact that we're playing at home gives us, confidence again. But we understand that this is a great team. We know what they do well, but we're just going to be focusing on what we have been doing well and what we've been doing right these last few games. And hopefully if we continue with that type of mentality, we'll come out with a win.
Miles, when you have a World Cup winner in your roster and then you make a signing of Giakoumakis who hits the ground running, obviously I know he's had his injury concerns, but he still scores goals every time he plays, by the way. You really should be talking about or spoken about much more as an MLS contender. Are you surprised that all of the MLS experts, or so to say experts out there, are not tipping you guys to go deep in MLS this year?
Well, I think it's just a long MLS season. It's filled with ups and downs, and I think early on this season, a lot of results didn't go our way based on mistakes or bad calls or this or that. But I think we could have had more points at this point of the season. But the fact is, we don't. So hopefully, if we continue to catch our stride and really start to win games towards playoff time, we can hopefully make playoffs and do something with what we have. But for us right now, I think we just focus game by game. But if we continue to play well and be the team that we know we can be, everyone should be, on the lookout.
Miles, I took a quick look at Atlanta's schedule. So you guys play Cincy, obviously we just talked about it, but then I kept going along the schedule. You guys got Miami. You have Philly still left to go. You guys have a tough season left. Of course, you guys are a very tough opponent as well. So like I said, you're going up against Inter Miami soon. Talk of the town. You personally know Kamal Miller of Miami. You guys knew each other in Syracuse, correct? Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you been able to keep in contact with him or speak to him about the ride that he's on with all the craziness that's going on in Miami?
Yeah, no, I've definitely spoken to him. He's my boy, so we talk a lot. But, he's been playing well, and obviously Miami's been playing well. So it's definitely going to be a big game on that September 16th. But the fact that it's at home in front of our fans, I think it's going to be a good one for us. I'm excited already for that game, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I think all the guys are going to be super up for it.
Miles, unfortunately for you, I like to ask some very difficult questions, and I know it was a tough year for you, 2022, with injury, in particular with the World Cup coming up. You were in great form, and you were looking forward to potentially taking place in that World Cup and having a big impact with the US national team. But coming back through recovery, getting yourself into a position where you are now back again, 100% fit, and scoring goals in front of 50,000. How does it feel, and how did you go through that mentally from picking up the injury, missing the World Cup, to then now playing and competing once again in front of 50,000?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a long road, but it just made me more grateful to be out here and play every day. There was, highs and lows like every season, but that season was definitely more of a low, if you ask me. But just the fact that I could, even just watch the national team, compete and perform pretty well in Qatar motivated me. Every day, I got a little more hungry. And I think it just changed my perspective on, how much I love this game and how much I want to continue to play, and how grateful I am to be able to play every day. So I'm just happy I'm, back fit and able to play. So hopefully if I continue to do that, we'll see where these next few years go.
Well, we're certainly thankful that you're back as well and back 100% and enjoying your football. You had the opportunity, obviously, to join up with the US men's national team through Nations League and Gold Cup. You had success. It was great to see that smile back on your face. But this is a really good group of players. I mean, what does the future look like for this group of players? Do you think that 2026 you might have the group of players that have experience all across world football now that can make some real noise in 2026?
Oh, definitely. I think so for sure. Yeah, if you just look at the entire roster, there's quality everywhere. They play, in all the best leagues in the world. And I think they're about to hit our stride, or we are about to hit our stride, these next few years, in their primes of your career where, from 23 to 29, that type of age group. But yeah, there's so much quality throughout the entire roster and great guys all around. So I think fans should be very excited for these next few years.
Oh, we are excited. We are excited, and maybe too excited for some say. You mentioned it right there a moment ago. A lot of these players are getting experience in top European clubs right now. And I'm going to say it, you are a top Major League Soccer defender. You are a top defender in general. When you see the players playing abroad, you see them getting experience in some of the top teams. Does it make you want to compete abroad yourself, or can Major League Soccer satisfy you, in particular with the way that MLS clubs are now rewarding defenders with a nice little payday contract?
Yeah, I mean, for me right now, I'm just focused in on Cincinnati on Wednesday. That's kind of been my mindset throughout my entire career, just kind of focusing on, getting better every little step of the way and understand that everything's there. But if I continue to play well and just focus on the now, I think everything else will kind of fall into place. And that's what I'm hoping for.
It's a very Switzerland answer from you right there, Miles. I do know Garth Lagerwey very well, obviously, club president. I like to make his job a bit more difficult, so that's why I asked that question. Hey, but we're really proud of you. Congratulations on getting back out on the pitch, seeing that smile, scoring goals, and being a real big key figure in Major League Soccer. Really proud of you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Miles. Anytime that you see Ian, he's going to hit you with some hard-hitting questions. I'll hit you with the softball questions. So we balance each other out. You are always ready. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck against Cincinnati on Wednesday and with the rest of the season. Not too much. I'm with DC, so I don't want to give you too much luck. But good luck with the rest of the season.